My life has taken me many places, and this is a place that I've never thought I'd be in. So it's a nice surprise, and it'll be interesting to be here and just live, I guess, closer to nature. I used to be a farmer, and I put a good chunk of my life, I could say, almost thought it was going to be a career of mine. But sadly, on the outside, it's unfortunate we can't see the truth behind farming, you know, and you don't really see it or experience what's going on until you're a part of it. I had my first real agricultural experience as a cherry picker. And I went out there, and that's when the inequality of farming and laboring like really like hit me. Like it was like, whoa, like this is like an industry that does take advantage of people who are transients, who have very little. You know, even I remember when I started farming, I'd go to the market or a market in Toronto, and like I'd be like, I worked really hard for these carrots. Like I saw like how much work I put into it, and people were like, oh, it's too expensive, and like they're complaining and like even yelling at and arguing with me about the price. My experience in farming has led me to be a gardener because I thought that I could help grow the community or grow the economy by doing that. And little did I know, the only thing that I grew was not deeper into debt, but I basically farmed myself out of farming, you know, and I couldn't afford to be a farmer anymore. I don't think we need more farmers. I think we need more gardeners. For one, because you can actually put energy into something and then actually get it back. So that's a way to kind of have this reciprocal energy with the world you live in, right? It's just through your food, which is really special. But more importantly is that by you doing that and you exercising that, then all of a sudden there's less chance for someone else to be exploited to do it for you. Just a few years ago, I put out an EP called Demoralized, and that was kind of like me alone in a field, demoralized by the farming reality. But then, you know, channeling that, transferring that energy into music. I guess in the difference, you know, like when I was producing food, for example, or like I used to make kimchi, like commercially, and I put all this work into something, like just the best possible thing I could do, and then it wasn't shelf stable, and there was these rules, like I couldn't ship it here or whatever, and so it was like all this work to make something that's really good, but then I just saw like my energy just kind of going to waste, right? Like all this energy, because it took a lot of work to do that. You know, say if I put that same energy into producing something, so I make music, well, you know what? Music, it just sits on the shelf for years and it doesn't go bad, right? As long as it's good music, right? And it's available like anytime. And people and people in Antarctica, if they had Wi-Fi or internet, they could listen to it. Like, but they couldn't eat my kimchi, you know? I spent 3 years in Haida Gwaii, or good parts of 3 years. You know, living there was probably my first experience living off the land or being exposed to people that do that. And you know, I was there. I started to harvest, like go out and pick a lot of mushrooms, berries, storing berries, and hunting as well. Got into hunting there. I'm coming to Haida Gwaii, and I'm not Haida. I'm not native as far as I know, and I'm just a person, and I was accepted just as the person that I am. Sadly, when I left there, I remember having these really vivid dreams as if I was there like for months after, and it was sad to leave, but I guess I had a greater appreciation for the world I live in. to see that there's a different way of living, there's a different way of treating people, right, was really important. I felt better about people, and I think I started to see the good in people more than not. I put my energy into myself, you know. Yeah, it was work, whatever. But when I stopped farming and I started gardening, all the energy I was putting into was going back to me. Where when I was farming, I'd put this energy out and it might not ever come back to me. And that difference changes everything. I want to enjoy my time alive, right? I want to like open my mind to possibilities that wouldn't be there if I was entrenched in a system that didn't allow for such things, you know. So it has come at its cost, and I'm like kind of on the outside, but I think I'm just am, you know. I'm just here, and I'm actually not on the outside. I think I'm on the inside. So battle day has come. You've dug all of your trenches.